All right, so I just turned on the machine and I can see that I've got my blue blinking light telling me we need to get everything set up and ready to go. So I will pull my red knob twist on my emergency stop. I will then go ahead and click on my reset. One of the first things I need to do is reference Z, because I want to make sure that if I have a tool in there, it's as high as possible before I start dragging across anything in terms of Y or X. I can see that the machine is now getting to its home position, and that's where our home position is. And now we need to set up our work coordinate offset. We're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Now, a quick little note. I have been working on my G commands up here. So I may be a G1 and then X or Y, and then I went 0 and 0 in order to set up. So I am back to my original XY coordinates of 0, 0 for this milling operation. When I do that, I can double check. So when I turn off the machine, it will actually save that in memory, and then I can come back to it. But I do want to go through and double check, and then I can reset my zeros, as well as I have tool number 1 in here, so I'm gonna have to change it to tool 2. Any of the work that we're doing, we want to make sure that we have our set for zeros, X and Y and Z for our work coordinate offset, our WCO, and then what our tool is, because that'll be indicative of what our Z reference will always be. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set up. All right, so here we are for our face of the exit ticket, and we're going to take those dimensions that we had written down. I'm going to start here with my G54. That's my 0, 0 coordinate point. I'm going to use tool 2, 15,000 RPM. I'm going to go with the safe feed rate of 500 millimeters a minute, but I can also go faster, I can go slower. I'm going to have Z clearance of 15 millimeters above the table, or pardon me, the workpiece, and then I'm going to have a Z feed rate going down at 150 millimeters. So my start point we had talked about at that edge, just past the clamp, at being 20 millimeters. From there, I'm going to do an end of 162, 160, somewhere in there will be just fine. If I have the 160, that gives me plenty of clearance that I need. I also know that all I need is about 88 or 89 millimeters here. I've equated for 90. And then my step over is 0.75. So notice that it already calculates that that's 18% of the 4 millimeter tool diameter. If I'm feeling a little bit more aggressive on some softer materials, I can bump that up to say 9.9, or I can go a full 1 millimeter step over, and it'll tell me what my percent is in terms of that dimension. Tormach's going to recommend anywhere from 17 to 20% step over will be sufficient for the tools. But then if you're running single flute versus dual flute, or even 3 or 4 flutes, that can change and you can run much faster. We're going to actually run this at a -1 because we don't necessarily have a lot of deviations in the surface. So we're going to go a 0 start for our Z start, -1 in our cut, and we'll just take one pass at 1 millimeter depth of cut. So let's go ahead and save this. It may ask if I want to overwrite, and I'm going to go ahead and say yes, and close. Reload program, and we are ready to actually run this. I can take a visual reference in terms of what does that look like, and how is that going to finish the product. And it's going to take probably about 30 minutes in order to run this, depending on how fast we go. Let's go ahead and run that machine.